I'd tell myself stories about the places they'd go.
Tera is one of the most compelling characters in Castlevania Nocturne, bringing a deep emotional weight to the series. A former speaker with a tragic past, a loving mother to Maria Renard, and a woman caught in the chaos of revolution and vampiric domination, Tera's story is one of survival, sacrifice, and ultimately transformation. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. In this video, we'll explore Tera's full journey, from her origins in Russia, her flight from Erzsébet Bathory, her life in Machikul, and the heartbreaking circumstances that led to her becoming a vampire. We'll also examine how she struggles with her new nature and what her final choices mean for her and Maria's future. This is the full story of Tera, one of Castlevania Nocturne's most tragic figures.
I fled.
Tera's origins, a speaker in Peril. Tera was once a part of the speaker community, a group of nomadic scholars and magic users who traveled across Europe, preserving knowledge and aiding those in need. She lived in Russia with her fellow speakers, including her younger sister. However, their peaceful existence came to a brutal end when Erzsébet Bathory, the vampire messiah, and her forces descended upon them. The speakers were hunted down, many tortured and killed, in a desperate attempt to save her family. Tera infiltrated Erzsébet's dungeon, only to find that most of her loved ones were already dead. The worst tragedy was discovering that her sister had been forcibly turned into a vampire. Faced with an impossible choice, Tera made the heartbreaking decision to kill her own sister to prevent her from living as a monster. This traumatic moment marked the beginning of Tera's lifelong struggle with guilt. After barely escaping Erzsébet's clutches, Tera fled westward, leaving behind the ruins of her past life. Eventually, she found refuge in France, settling in the town of Machikul, where she attempted to build a new life. A new life in France, motherhood, and hidden pain. In Machikul, Tera was taken in by the local abbot, Emmanuel, who helped her integrate into the community. Over time, the two developed a romantic relationship, resulting in the birth of their daughter, Maria Renard. Despite their different worldviews, Tera raised Maria with love, teaching her magic and nurturing her compassionate spirit. However, Tera harbored painful secrets from her past. She never spoke of her time in Russia or the horrors she had witnessed. She tried to bury her trauma, focusing instead on raising Maria and protecting her from the dangers of the world. As tensions between the revolutionaries and the ruling elite grew, Tera found herself at odds with Maria over the church's role in the conflict. She remained loyal to Emmanuel, believing that the church was essential to preserving order, while Maria saw the church as outdated and corrupt. Their ideological differences came to a head when Maria became involved with the revolutionaries, working alongside Richter Belmont and Annette to fight against the vampire threat. Though Tera disapproved of their dangerous mission, she couldn't deny the growing darkness on the horizon. The return of Erzsébet Bathory, Tera's past, catches up. Tera's carefully built life in Machikul began to unravel when she learned that Erzsébet Bathory had returned. Upon hearing her name, Tera fled in terror, overwhelmed by memories of the past. When confronted by Maria and the others, she finally revealed the truth. She had once encountered Erzsébet and barely survived. She warned them that Erzsébet was far more powerful than they realized. As the battle against Erzsébet's forces escalated, Tera was forced to take action. She guided the group through a secret passage into the abbey, hoping to uncover the truth about the vampire's connection to Emmanuel. To her horror, she discovered that Emmanuel had been working with the vampires all along. This revelation shattered her. She had trusted Emmanuel, the father of her child, only to learn that he had betrayed humanity. Tera confronted him, demanding answers, but before she could act, all rocks appeared, forcing them to flee. Tera's world was falling apart, and the people she loved were slipping through her fingers. Tera's ultimate sacrifice, becoming the monster she feared. The final confrontation came when Erzsébet prepared to enact a dark ritual, demanding a sacrifice. Emmanuel, believing he was doing God's will, was prepared to offer Maria. Tera, horrified, stepped in and offered herself instead. This moment was the culmination of all Tera's fears. She had spent her life running from Erzsébet, but now she willingly placed herself in the vampire's hands to save her daughter. Erzsébet, recognizing Tera from years ago, took delight in this moment. As Tera looked at Emmanuel one last time, she told him, "I am the ram," a bitter acknowledgement that she was the true sacrifice he had sought. Erzsébet drained Tera's blood but then fed her own, transforming Tera into a vampire. Maria screamed in agony as she watched her mother become the very thing she despised. Tera was lost, or so it seemed. Tera the vampire, a struggle for her soul. Despite becoming a vampire, Tera retained some of her humanity. The first sign of this was when, instead of obeying Erzsébet, she lashed out, casting a fire spell at her new master. Erzsébet punished her by dragging her into the sunlight, testing whether Tera's magic could protect her. Forced to comply, Tera traveled to Emmanuel, delivering Erzsébet's message. However, when Emmanuel asked if she still loved Maria, Tera's furious response revealed that she was still the woman she once was. She refused to fully embrace her new nature, but the hunger within her grew stronger. Eventually, unable to resist, she fed on a drunkard, marking the first time she took a life as a vampire. Watching Maria from afar, she felt a deep sorrow, knowing she could never be part of her daughter's life in the same way again. A mother's love, Tera and Maria's final meeting. Despite her transformation, Tera longed to see Maria. When they finally reunited, Maria was torn between love and anger. She wanted to believe her mother was still the same person, but feared what she had become. Their emotional reunion was interrupted by Mizrak, who attacked Tera, declaring that she was now incapable of love. Maria defended her mother, but Tera knew she couldn't stay. Their final moment together was filled with pain and love. Maria, desperate to stay with her mother, even considered turning into a vampire herself. But Tera, realizing the danger, refused. She knew that Maria had to forge her own path. With tears in her eyes, Tera ran away, leaving Maria calling after her. It was a heartbreaking goodbye, but one that allowed Maria to grow into her own destiny. The aftermath. Tera's legacy. Lives on. Tera's story doesn't end here. Her journey takes a significant turn at the end of Season 2. In the final moments, Tera is seen in a crowd, possibly observing Maria, and a shadowy hand appears on her shoulder. This hand is revealed to belong to Old Man Coyote, hinting at a mysterious connection between them. The appearance of Old Man Coyote suggests that Tera may be under his influence, and that she could potentially become an ally or servant to him in the future. This also opens up the possibility that Old Man Coyote may try to influence Maria, possibly drawing her into his schemes as well. This marks a dark and intriguing new chapter for Tera, where her loyalties and future actions are likely to be shaped by Old Man Coyote's shadowy influence. If Old Man Coyote is influencing Tera, it's possible that Maria could eventually become his target as well. If Tera becomes a vessel for his influence, she could work from within to turn Maria toward darker purposes, possibly manipulating her or causing a rift in their relationship. Maria, despite her grief, grew stronger, embracing her magic fully. However, her anger over losing her mother drove her to a darker path, leading her to summon creatures beyond her control. Just Belmont warned her against using dark magic, but Maria's pain clouded her judgment. Meanwhile, Tera, now truly alone, wandered the world as a vampire, struggling between her instincts and her lingering humanity. Whether she would ever find peace remains unknown.
What are you doing here?
I'm trying to save your daughter.
Our nerdy thoughts. Tera's journey is one of the most tragic in Castlevania Nocturne. From a survivor of Erzsébet's massacre to a loving mother and finally to an unwilling vampire, her story is filled with sacrifice and sorrow. Yet even in her darkest moments, Tera's love for Maria never faded. Though she lost her humanity, she never lost her heart. Will Tera ever find redemption? Will she reunite with Maria? Or is she doomed to wander as a creature of the night? Only time will tell. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Castlevania Nocturne content.
No!
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.